welcome to the anti-war channel, my alternative channel. First, I thought something was wrong with my camera. It's old, it works. And then I realized on Opera, Google Hangouts don't work on Opera. YouTube Hangouts don't work on Opera. I had to go to Google Chrome, and then the camera worked. Of course, to access the camera won't work on that. Well, I've got the Monaco Craft Cocktail Kentucky Mule, 9% alcohol, 12-ounce can. They're not cutting you short on the ounces like a lot of these concoctions do. So there it is. Look like iced tea, huh? Caramel color added. That's why it has that caramel color. Now, I did a solo review recorded. I'm going to put on the main channel, but I have most of it left, so I'll talk about it. Kentucky Mule, a premium craft cocktail made with Kentucky bourbon whiskey. I don't know what brand. I was saying, I know it's not Blanton's or Old Fitzgerald or something like that. It's probably like Bellows. Bourbon whiskey, ginger liqueur. You can go to the store and buy ginger liqueur, and ginger beer. And you can go to the store and buy ginger beer. So you can buy all three of these separately, or you can buy it already mixed. It's called RTD, ready to drink. All right, product of the USA. Serve chilled, which I have it chilled, or on the rocks. Contains alcohol. So it's a pretty can design. The dark blue with the, I guess you call that filigree. And then on the side, they got it horizontal in case they're putting the cooler that way. You know, it depends how the stores want to display it. Savannah discount had it upright, 2 for $5. I bought the Moscow Mule. The aroma. The aroma is bourbon whiskey. All right. You get, if you ever smell bourbon whiskey, which is the corn liquor, corn whiskey, mostly. Bourbon is mostly corn whiskey. And then you get wood in the background, a barrel. Bourbon has to be in a new, never before used charred oak barrel. So you're getting that charred oak. Then you're getting the sweetness. And when you taste it, you're getting the ginger liqueur, the ginger beer. They say it's 2 shots in each can. 2 shots in each can. You drink 2 cans, you're drinking 4 shots. Watch out. Danger, danger. 1 can is more than enough. The mouth feels a little heavier, so you're getting on the high medium side, which is good in a way because it'll let you know you're drinking a lot. You know, it's not like real light and you can get fooled. It's got pretty good carbonation. It's got sugary sweetness. You know, whether they have sugar added, I don't know. That's probably part of the ginger liqueur in the ginger beer. All right. They don't give an ingredients list like a food product. And a sweet finish. Not too sweet, though. It's very nice. I mean, I've tried so many ready-to-drink canned cocktails, malt-based, liquor-based. All right. Some are terrible, but most aren't terrible. Most are just kind of so-so to good, even very good. But this one's dynamite. I did it on my solo review. You're going to see I gave it such a high score. And there are locator tools talking about it sold here in this town, but I haven't seen it. So either the locator tool is in error, which I believe, or I'm overlooking it, which is possible. But 2 for $5, $2.50 a can. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Okay. Can you get a better value for a high alcohol super punch product on the sweet side? Yeah, because you can get a 16-ounce can of the original Club Tails, 2 for $3, or just $1.50 a piece if you just want to buy one at Mathern's. Now, I noticed there was an initial blast of excitement with the original Club Tails, and they were selling it like crazy. Seems to me from just like casual observation that it's slowing down. That tends to happen in the beer world, beer, wine, liquor world. There'd be an initial rush, then it slows down, and then eventually you could barely find the product, and then it disappears. I hope that doesn't happen to the original Club Tails because I think they're well worth it. Smirnoff, Smash, yeah, they're holding their own. I mean, they're just steady, slow and steady. Not even so slow, steady. Seagram's Escapes and Seagram's Escape spiked. They're doing very well. All the seltzers seem to be doing well. But I heard from a distributor that one of them isn't moving. Can't remember the name. Wasn't Bon and Viv. It was just another one of them. There's too many. Really, they flooded the market. That always happens with these trends, right? These fads. I mean, they flood the market, and then pretty soon you barely find them. Like 10 years ago, pumpkin beers, remember? Well, let's say 6 years ago. It was pumpkin, which I like because I like them all. Now, you'd be lucky to see a pumpkin beer because it just like, kind of like you call it burnt over areas. They're burnt over. And the fire came through and it burned it out. So I can't control that. They did the Brute IPAs in 2018, but that was a flash in the pan. I liked most of the ones I tried, but by the time I wanted to make an effort to try them, which was very quickly, gone. You barely see them now. And if you find a Brute IPA, chances are it's going to be well dated, which for IPA is not usually a good thing. This was old. All right. It says the 21st day, this is January of 2019. This is over a year old. This can is over a year old. So that's telling me it's not selling too well. Not my problem, right? But for a 9% bourbon-based product, not malt-based, but bourbon, they're not using hops that are going to fade, or I don't think it's going to matter too much. May not help it. I don't believe it's going to hurt it. Would I rather it fresh? Well, yeah. The ginger beer could go stale, I suppose. But it doesn't taste stale. Of course, I have nothing to compare it to. I don't have a fresh one to compare it to, so it may be even better. It might be even more extraordinary. Let's see what to say. There's not much else to say. I did the three that I could get a hold of with the Monaco cocktail, just the regular line. They were very good. There's more than the three I did. There's probably about 10. The cognac crushed, the tequila, and this other one. Excuse me. Then I did this one, and then I have the Moscow Mule, the white can, the fancy white can. There's only 2 craft cocktails so far. And I have a feeling it's going to be very good. Now, I'm looking at their website here. Let's see. Then I'm going to get off of this. It's funny. It says, there's a lot of pollen in the air. I think it's affecting everybody. Me too. It just hit me all of a sudden a few days ago. But I thought I had a cold, but I didn't feel bad. Usually when you have a cold, you feel like hell, but I didn't feel bad. So I said, I don't understand why. And then I said, I see all these azaleas blooming, and I see the bees buzzing around the trees. I said, well, you see bees, that means there's pollen galore. So it's in everybody's nose. It'll be much worse when the oak trees start. But anyway, trust us, you will not only be excited to enjoy a can of this American bourbon blended with our special ginger beer and lime juice flavors, but anxious to show your cocktail confidence to your friends on your newly found refined taste in the artisan cocktail culture. We know this sounds overly complicated, but that's the whole point with this movement. So that's funny. They're like throwing shots at the movement. The pretentious craft cocktail movement. It was kind of funny. So they're taking it with a good sense of humor, which I try to do in my channel, this one and the main channel. Somebody was telling me that early this morning. You've become pretentious and what do you say, pretentious? And I have to look up the comment and something like pretentious and arrogant or something along those lines. Oh, passive aggressive, which I couldn't get. I got a kick out of that. And I was telling him, I'm sorry if you feel that way. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I just have the same laid back approach that I always had, just like hanging out, enjoying it, talking about stuff, not getting too like overly serious about it. So I don't understand. I don't understand where that's coming from, to tell you the truth. But I guess I can't worry about it. I might be back on this alternative channel tomorrow now to talk about one of those Smirnoff Ice Smash. Yeah. The mango strawberry or something like that, or mango peach. I think it was mango peach. It's so crazy, you know, because I'm going to bring that on Wild Card Wednesday. And then the newspaper was talking about, oh, Syria is making gains. They're taking over northwestern Syria. They're beating all the rebels. Russia and Syria is really tearing them up, you know. The president of Syria, Bashar al-Assad, was talking about, we're going to take over all of Syria. We're going to get it all back. But I kept looking at the map, the live Syria map, and I was like, I don't see any progress. I mean, what are they taking over? A mile here and a half mile there and a quarter mile here and another half mile there, and they call that big, great progress? I don't get it, you know. But I looked at the map this morning, and I could see that they had cut deep into the area. It looked like they're pushing Turkey way back, thank goodness. So I was thinking, oh, okay, all right. Now I'm seeing something, because if there's no progress on the map, then don't tell me about the progress. But I'm seeing it now, so I'm thinking, oh, good. So for the anti-war movement, that's a very good sign. So the question is Turkey going to back down and get out, which would be the smart move? Is the United States going to lay off and just get going, like Trump said 2-3 years ago? Or are they going to try to ramp it up and do something stupid? Well, let's hope that stupidity does not prevail. And let's hope wisdom and discretion prevails, and that the U.S. just gets out and that Turkey gets out. Time will tell, but that's all I can do. You know, I'm still doing updates on Facebook about World War II. 75 years ago today, this happened. 75 years ago today, this happened. There's a perfect example of idiocy in play. So, you know, it's, well, what can you do? You pray about it, you know, hope for the best. People say, well, if we don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it. Well, apparently no one's learned from history. They're always repeating it. The United States certainly hasn't learned from history. It's almost like they're a hamster on a treadmill. They just go, let's just keep doing the same thing over again, and then we'll get, well, obviously the same results. And you say, you don't understand. You got to celebrate those people that got their legs blown off in the war and honor them keeping you free. I want to honor them by not letting them have to go out there and die for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or get their legs blown off for nothing. That's the honor right there. That's the real respect, not liking and share something on Facebook. If you respect this woman who lost her legs and her arm for your country, like and share. No, I'm saying, no, don't like and share it. Why don't you like fight against the policies that allows a young woman to go to Iraq and have her arms and legs blown off, and not for your freedom, not to keep you free, but for some imperialistic madcap adventure, right? That's the real patriotism. But anyway, thanks for watching this video production, and we'll be back soon enough, I guess.